Hi guys, and welcome back to another unboxing video with Thomas. Today I'll be enjoying some whiskey, specifically some Bowmore. A bit light for my taste, but still very nice. Cheers guys. Ah, delicious. So today we have a double box, no less. And yeah, as you can probably see from the front, it's from Ultimate Hacking Keyboards, which I've already shown a keyboard and some accessories from before. They specialize in ergonomic keyboards. The last one I reviewed was a 60%, a relatively, let's say, conservative 60%, fairly accessible. And this time they brought out a new model, so they sent it to me. Right, so let's get unpacking. I guess I'm going to start with separating these two. Okay. Oh, now of course, look, I must admit I'm not entirely sure what is in the second box. I think I have an idea. I think, well, this one's significantly lighter, so I'm gonna start off with this one first. It's not that often that I get just normal brown boxes in anymore. I mean, the vast majority of my collection is in brown boxes like this, but in the post I usually get something different. So yeah, that's what I thought. So this is the the accessories. I thought it was going to be a palm rest, but maybe that's in the other box. Let me just get rid of this real quick. Close that up. Need a little bit more drink. Nice. I really like smoky whiskey, so it's right up my alley. So the first thing is the riser thing, which I guess is well, that's a tenting thing, a tenting solution. I'm pretty sure that the first UHK I reviewed either didn't have it or didn't come with it. Though it's been a long time. It looks like a giant scissor switch. At the very least, it probably had some sort of riser, but I don't think it had a riser that looked like this. Let's put it like that. So let's first take a look at that. Whew, that's a lot of metal, General. And a bunch of screws, hand screws. So it's these things, and then they just kind of scissor open, I guess. You're supposed to obviously connect the keyboard to this. I'm gonna assume on this side here, and then you can open and close it and whatnot. There is no, well, oh, there you go. I was going to say there is no ratcheting mechanism of any kind, but you know, I would have been surprised if it was held together just by friction, but it's not. However, this thing just came off, so it's using this bar thing here. I'm guessing that goes on the inside here. There you go, and then I guess you can adjust this grip thing here to where you want it to, and that determines the angle at which you hold the keyboard. That makes sense. Folds up nicely. Cool. So that's part one. Next, what the hell is this? Oh, yes. I guess I should have known that. Well, it ain't no UHK without some modules on it. You know what? I'm just gonna I'm going to park this for the moment. I'm going to unbox those after the rest. I think it's better to show it with the keyboard so you know how to connect them. So, see, don't worry, I'm not going to decapitate myself here. Even if the knife does slip out a bit. Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to do it like this. Yeah. Not sure why it keeps slipping out. There you go. Next part. The keyboard in another box. Ultimate hacking keyboard. I mean, if your keyboard looks weirder, then the hacking gets at least a 20% bonus to it, so that makes sense. Oh, look at that. It's showing how the riser works. Up to 60 degrees. Makes sense. Blah, blah, blah. And a sneak peek into the modules. But first, let's look at this thing. Split mechanical keyboard, fully programmable, supports tenting and tilting, extendable with modules. Cool. Right. Get rid of that. Big insert here. And it actually comes with the wrist rests already attached, which was not the case with the previous one. Okay, how do I start? Oh wow, there's a lot more to this thing than I had anticipated. How do I get this thing? How do I get this thing out? On the side here, I guess. Oh wow, it's already powering up. I guess I activated the battery mode. So on the side here are cable. Yeah, standard braid cable. Very standard keycap puller. It's a good one though. It's a good design. Some extra feet. These are exactly the same as on the previous keyboard. Maybe these are the feet, actually, come to think of it. It might not have any feet connected to it. We'll have a look in a second. And a connector cable for the two halves. Excuse me. Is there anything else in this box? I don't think so. Don't worry, it's stable there. Yeah, so at the rear, you can position those 4 feet on, well, basically where you want it to, and you can use that to tent it or tilt it either way, whatever. So to a degree, you probably don't even need these, but you may need them, or maybe you can... No, these don't look like they fit on here, but you get the point. Anyway, quick start guide shown on here. Let's look at this a little bit further then. Yeah, I'm gonna need more whiskey. So it's nice. Let me know if you like whiskey as well and which your favorite is. Very nice. Okay, so it's a shame I don't have it here within hand reach. It's actually kind of hidden away my keyboard wall at the moment, but it looks quite different from the previous one. It's still, let's say, a relatively normal look, but additionally, I think the original one had a screen in the middle, a very simple LED screen, but this one has what's much more of a real screen here. I try to wake it up by just pressing some keys. Hopefully you can see that. And on the other side is the logo. This is not a screen. So it's actually kind of the inverted look. And I prefer this look to the sort of, let's say, middle lump that the original had. So that's nice. And furthermore, and perhaps most importantly, the original was a 60%, but this being called the UHK80, it's, I'm not sure this is actually an 80%, but it's, well, let's say a compact layout. So it's got arrow keys over here with a small nav cluster over here and a bunch of extra buttons here and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I espied earlier that it still uses box white switches like the previous entry. Cool. And yeah, this time the wrist pads are integrated. Originally they were screw-on, you had to manually attach them, and I think this is probably a better solution. Though this one's not made out of wood, it's more out of a sort of rubbery material. I think it probably is just natural rubber. Right, so let me just pull that apart real quick, because obviously this is a split ergonomic keyboard. Otherwise, if it was just connected like that, it wouldn't really be particularly ergonomic. Even I could see that. But you can freely reposition these. That's the idea. But the kicker here is that in their respective halves, well, it's not exactly halves, but you get my point. They look like kind of normal keyboards. So this is much more accessible to, let's say, a noob like me than one of those super weird, maybe even, ortholinear or even weirder 3D positioned buttons in a sort of fucked up bowl or a vertical keyboard or something like that. So let's say this is an ergonomic keyboard for, normal people. Awaiting the angry comments on that one. So, yeah. Wow, nice. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see that. It's been a long time since I reviewed the original, and I have a bit more experience with mechanical keyboards. Sorry, with ergonomic keyboards now than when I did the original review, which is a long time ago. I had very little ergonomic experience then. So I'm still an idiot at it, but I've tried a lot more of them. So yeah, let's see how that comes out then. Whew, anything more? I don't think I need to show anything anymore. So another thing that strikes me is the styling. I'm not sure whether they have other color options available. I simply don't remember. But the original had a wood, let's say, style, together with, I think I went with dark blue, which is a nice combination. Dark blue and brown is a classic combo. And this is just all black, which is, less ostentatious, a bit more serious. And that has its advantages as well. I mean, you can't go wrong with a black keyboard, so yeah. And yeah, so like I said, the cable here is supposed to go between the two halves, so you stick it on like that. Excuse me, bloody hell. And then you can pull them apart, connect one of the two halves, and then it speaks to the two halves like that. Right, oh my god, look at that space bar in the middle. That's absolutely diabolical. That's so small. That's so small. Right, so now I want to show you the modules. So at the side you have these connection points here, which keep the keyboard together if you stick them into each other. But there's also these 5 contact pins here. And that's what you can connect the modules to. So you can Barbie up your keyboard a little bit. So this is key cluster. I think that is the macro key thing. Yep, so that's this little part. So the idea is that you stick that, I guess that can really only go here on that side. Okay. Very firm mount if anything else. So see, you get 3 extra keys here and what looks like 2 mouse buttons and a tiny little ball bearing mouse over here. So that's pretty cool. Then next, oh, by the way, dongles. Fucking dongles, Jesus Christ. So it comes with 2 dongles and 2 adapters. Holy guacamole. That's, whew. Okay, next one, touchpad. Should speak for itself. I think these are probably the same as the modules for the previous model, but still cool to see. Yeah, so a small touchpad module, and I think that's also for this side. I guess technically, maybe you can stick it on the other side as well. No, in fact, it is supposed to go on this side. There you go. Yeah, so these modules, they're not strictly interchangeable between the two halves, right? They go on one specific side. So here you can use that as a touchpad with your thumb, which is pretty cool. Nice. Next up, we have the track point, which is this thing here. So that comes with 2 mouse buttons and a little M13 style nipple mouse. It's very stiff, but they're supposed to be like that. They're always are very stiff. I'm not entirely sure. Very nice. I think again that's supposed to go on this side. Like, man, the mounting is very secure. Let's put it like that. Very nice. You can again thumb it. It's a nice placement for this sort of thing. Cool. And then finally there is the trackball. Now I think these are exactly the same as on their previous model, which makes sense because why wouldn't they be interchangeable? And that's, as you would think, it's very similar to the previous type, even same handedness. So it also comes with mouse buttons in the same position, but it comes with a track ball, not a small track ball, instead of a track point. So that goes on like that. See? Very nice. So here we have all that jazz. Get rid of some of this. Whew. And I've got some cleaning to do today. Let's see if I can pose that for a family picture. Yes. Nice. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So, I'll be reviewing this separately at some point, of course, again, down the line. Not exactly sure when, we'll see. As always, I have a very, very busy schedule, so it'll be a while until I can get to it. But, you know, you'll see it when you see it. In any case, I've been waffling on for quite a while. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing video, and I'll see you again in a video sometime soon. Bye, guys.